Hello, yogis. Cassidy here from Marina Bay Yoga. Today we have a Yin Yoga practice focused on our hips. So when we practice Yin, we do this cold, so you'd want to do it before your workout. And this practice pairs really well with other exercise. So maybe you go into a run afterwards, or you go into another flow. It also pairs really well to go at the start of your day or at the end of your day. We'll be in deep, relaxing poses and really deep stretches. So we'll stay in the different poses for a few minutes at a time. Now you can use blocks and pillows. I'll show you the ones that I have, but you can always use couch pillows, books, anything that kind of resembles the size and shape to help be supportive for your practice. And then of course, they're not necessary. You can always do it with just your body and your yoga mat. So I'll go ahead and meet you on your mat when you're ready. One other thing is, because there is more time in each pose, there will be more time of quiet, of silence. So if you would like to turn on some of your own music and have that going in the background, you might enjoy that for our practice. All right, I will meet you on the mat. So you see my blocks. I'm going to go ahead and pull out a couple pillows that are very, very helpful for this practice. And again, you might just grab a few pillows off of your couch. So today we're going to begin in a seated position. You can bring your feet to crisscross right in front of you. Now, if this feels quite challenging to do, then you'll want to go ahead and bring a block underneath your hips, and you can just sit right on top of that block, just like so. Amazing. Go ahead and get out any wiggles, any movement, and bring your hands to your knees, roll your shoulders back, and sit up nice and tall. You may take this moment to close your eyes and to set an intention for our practice today. Begin to relax your feet and start to feel your sits bones underneath your glutes. You might move your booty out of the way a little bit and find those sits bones to press down deep. Relaxing through your feet, knees, and finally softening through your hips as you settle into this gentle seated position. If you're finding that your shoulders want to creep up towards your ears, gently draw them down, creating space between your ears and your shoulders. You may even enjoy keeping your eyes closed through this practice. It is a very slow, meditative, relaxing practice. So if it suits you, definitely take your time to close the eyes and start to settle in. One more piece of this beautiful yin practice is that oftentimes we'll take a deep breath in and then a nice slow breath out, so that you're breathing in for 4, holding at the top for 2, and then breathing out for 8, holding at the bottom for 2. I'll take you through this a few times throughout our practice, but feel free to come back to it at any moment. Begin by breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 1, 2. And exhale 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Continuing that deep breath on your own. We're just here for about 3 or 4 more of those deep breaths. All of our poses today are focused on the hips, so it's going to be nice, big hip openers. All right, go ahead and bring your hands down to the ground and step each foot in front of you. Hands can come gently back behind you and let your knees rock left and right like a windshield wiper. We're going to warm them up nice and slow. Now we're going to crisscross the legs the other way. If you're up on your block, you can stay right where you are, letting these knees windshield wiper. And then we're going to cross opposite this time. So whichever foot was in front, go ahead, and switch them. The hiccups keep getting me today. And then bring your palms down to your ground, down to your knees. You're welcome to bring them towards the ground if you'd like, but it feels really nice and grounding to bring the hands to the knees face down. All right, again, we're gonna start with the feet, relaxing through the toes, relaxing through the ankles. Find your sits bones beneath you, really pressing into the earth. Softening through your shoulders and soften through your hips. Settling back in, let out a big exhale here. And slowly start to breathe in 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 1, 2. And exhale 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 1, 2. And then begin again on your own at your own pace. Letting your breath be your focal point, your anchor for this practice. This is a beautiful practice for calming the nervous system. If you've had a busy day or a stressful week, this is a great practice to come back to. And typically you aren't going to be sweating during this practice. So if you want to get something in the middle of work, while you're at your desk, still have work clothes on, this is a great practice for that as well. And go ahead and take 4 or 5 more deep inhales and deep exhales here. And then slowly open your eyes. If they're not already, bring your hands back behind you and step each foot in front of you. Let the knees rock gently left and right. Wiggling out the hips. We're starting nice and slow, nice and gentle. Alrighty, we're gonna come down to lay flat on our yoga mats. So the sun is bright and shining in my face, so I'm gonna face the opposite way than I usually do. But you're gonna go ahead and come down onto your belly and press your elbows into the ground just underneath your shoulders so that you're making a little 90-degree angle. And if you put your pillows too close to your feet, you might have to push them away. There we go. So your hands are planted, all 10 fingers are pressed down into the earth. Elbows are pressing down into the mat, drawing your heart up just a little bit, lifting your chest and finding that nice, gentle back bend. And now tuck your chin to your chest. Find that opening through the back of your neck. Feeling your spine draw long. Never cranking through this practice, never forcing, but allowing gravity to really do its job and draw you down. And then slowly lift your head back up, feeling that expansion through the front of your throat, through your heart. All right, yogis, I'm going to show you two different ways you can do this hip opener. You can stay up on your elbows, or you can come all the way down, laying flat on the ground and look towards your right hand. We're going to start with the right side. Whichever you choose to do, just know that if you're up on your elbows, you are going to have a little bit more pressure on the low back. So if it becomes too much, you'll just want to come and lay all the way down. And then looking towards your right side, if you are laying all the way down, take your right knee all the way up towards your right elbow. More than having your right knee up towards, like close to your elbow, you want to create about a 90-degree angle here. So your right leg and your left leg are making almost a box where the bottom of the box is open. Lots of 90-degree angles here. And if you're laying flat and are finding that this isn't enough of a stretch for you and you want a little bit more, that would be a great time to come up onto your elbows. It's going to deepen the stretch in your hip, and it's also going to invite the heart to open up and to find a gentle opening through the core, as well as that contraction through the low back. Good, yogis. All right, decide where you're going to be and then let your body settle in. We want to find stillness here. So get out all the wiggles. If there's any pain, come out of it. But if you experience discomfort, allow your body to be present with the discomfort and see what happens for you as you experience it. We're often quick to rush past what is uncomfortable. And the Yin Yoga practice is all about experiencing discomfort and allowing it to exist. And let out a big exhale here and start to soften the muscles, allowing the muscles to relax. And begin to breathe in 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 1, 2. And exhale 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 1, 2. Continuing that deep inhale and slow exhale. And with each exhale, you are finding one more place to relax, one more place to soften. Three more deep breaths here, yogis. Now we're going to keep that right leg where it is and start to bend the left knee, letting it go right and left just a little bit. Point and flex the left toes, roll the ankle, draw it up towards you. Feel that pressure through your thigh, through your quads, giving a little massage, and then lower the left leg back down. Take your right leg to meet your left. And again, you have the choice. You can be flat on your belly and look over towards the left hand, just like so. Or you can stay up on your elbows. And then when you're ready, start to draw that left knee up towards your left elbow, bringing it to a 90-degree angle. You can stay here, lying flat down, or if you would like a little bit more, make your way up onto your elbows, planting your hands, planting all 10 fingers, and finding that expansion, that opening through the heart, the contraction through the back. And get out any wiggles through the neck, any wiggles through the hips, and then allow your body to settle in. Coming back to those really nice deep breaths, breathing in for 4 and out for 8. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 1, 2. Exhale 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 1, 2. And repeat on your own, finding some softness, finding some ease. Three more deep breaths here, yogis. And slowly take the left leg all the way back to meet the right. Good. We're going to bring the big toes together, hands pressed down to the ground. And we're going to press ourselves all the way back to a tabletop. Big toes again come together, knees open as wide as possible. And go ahead and sink your hips down towards your heels, coming into child's pose. Walk your hands as far forward as it feels good, and allow your forehead to come down to the ground. You may find a little rock left and right, bringing some pressure just above the eyebrows, softening, relaxing, releasing. Noticing how your hips feel. They've been nice and opened. We'll do some contracting poses here in a moment so that you can feel the rebound effect. On each exhale, see if you can soften in just one more place, finding 3 places total to relax. And on your next inhale, go ahead and press all the way back up to your tabletop. We're going to take the right foot and step it to the outside of the right hand. Take that left leg as straight back as it feels good. Good. Then we're going to take the right hand and press the right knee away. The right foot, the bottom of the right foot will most likely come off the mat just a little bit. My foot is not even on the mat anymore. That's how far out I walked it. So feel free to take it as far out as it feels good. Now you can stay here just like you are. Left hand down, right hand pressing the knee open. Or you can bring your right forearm and left forearm down to the yoga mat. Allowing that right knee to stay nice and open. And if you're having a hard time opening it, you may want to walk your foot out a little bit further, out to the side. Choosing whichever variation feels good to your body. And remember, you can always come out of it if it becomes too much. We are going to be here for a few more breaths. Yin Yoga is all about finding the edge, finding that edge of discomfort and watching what can happen. Yin Yoga is also all about getting into the connective tissue. So really deepening your flexibility, your mobility by getting into the connective tissue and getting past the muscles, allowing the muscles to relax. That's why you want to do this cold, so that you don't overstretch anything. It's pretty hard to do in my opinion, but just to be cautious. And then go ahead and walk your hands back up if you have come down, and start to walk that right foot back towards your right hand. And when you're ready, you can send it all the way back to tabletop, kind of resetting here. Wiggle the hips left and right. You may notice that your left hip flexor was quite stretched during that last pose. So it's not that your right was doing all the work. They were definitely both working together. All right, now we're going to take that left foot and step it to the outside of the left leg. Whew, mine's quite a bit tighter on this side. I don't know about you. And then we're going to take that right leg as straight as it will go. Good. So go ahead and take your left foot as far out to the side as it feels good. And we're going to press that left hand into the left knee and start to open up the hip, allowing the hip to press away from you. And then once again, you can stay here, feel that big hip opener, or you can come down onto your elbows, deepening the stretch just a little bit more. Yogi's choice, and as always, choosing ahimsa, kindness. Kindness towards the body without force, without judgment, without attachment, but really letting the body just be where it is today. And of course, finding those deep inhales and deep exhales. And go ahead and start to walk your hands up if they were down. Release the left knee if you were pressing against it. And walk that left foot back in towards your hands and slowly step it back to your tabletop. Allow your hips to shake left and right. And maybe take yourself through a few cat-cows here, inhaling as you look up, arch the back. Exhale, head comes down around up the spine. Lots of wiggles, lots of movement to feel that rebound effect, that movement of energy, of blood flow going from one side to the other. And then we're going to slowly make our way all the way onto our backs, lying flat on our back. And we'll finish up with a few counteracting poses. So palms can press down. Feet are going to walk as close to your glutes as it feels good. And then slowly draw your hips up, just a little tiny, tiny bridge pose, and lower it back down. Draw the knees all the way up towards your chest. Nose comes towards your knees. Give yourself a left hug. And lower all the way down. Reach your arms out to a T. Take those knees stacked on top of each other all the way over to the right side. Now, here's where you might want to bring in a pillow or a block. You may want to place it under your knees because more than having your knees all the way over to the right, I want this left shoulder to be all the way down. That'll be better for your nerves. That will be better for your whole body, better for your shoulder. So you can bring that pillow right under your knees, and then the shoulder gets to stay down without force, without pushing it. And you can always remove it if your body starts to grow heavy, not needed anymore. This is quite common. Go ahead and take this time to close your eyes if you haven't already, and start to feel the ground beneath you, anchoring into this present moment. And you may notice that your head wants to fall one way or the other. Allow it to fall freely wherever it feels good. On your next inhale, slowly draw those knees back up towards center. Give yourself another loving hug, nose to your knees, and lower it back down. Switch your pillow to the other side if you would like it to be there. Reach your arms out to a T and let your knees come all the way down to the left. Let your head rock left and right, and then allow it to fall whichever direction it feels good. But no rush on the rock left and right. This can be quite the amazing back of the head massage, so no need to rush it. Take your time. And then settle in and find some stillness here. Bringing your attention back to that space where your body touches the earth. On your next inhale, draw your knees back up. Wrap your arms around your knees. Give yourself one more loving hug and take a moment of gratitude here. Really soaking in this moment, giving thanks to yourself for all that you've done for you today, for showing up for this practice, for taking this time for you. And when you're ready, slowly roll to one side, coming into fetal position, and press yourself all the way up, seated. My friends, my yogis, there's the alarm, making sure I do not go over our 30 minutes. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you very soon. Have a great day.